Welcome to week 10 and 11 on the Red Robin project. It's literally snowing out here now. Well, good morning. It's currently Wednesday on week 10 of the Red Robin project. Monday, we were both pretty wrote off. I gave us both the day off. Resin is very tough on the body. It always is. And I really missed the power float. So, yeah, we had the day off. Now, reluctantly, I didn't check the weather. Well, not reluctantly, I just didn't check the weather, because I didn't think it was going to be so bad. As you can see, it's pretty bleak in sunny Manchester this week. It's hailstone, it's rain, it's been hailstoning this morning, quite heavy. So Tuesday was completely wrote off. Like, Tuesday was so bad that I wished we'd worked Monday and had Tuesday off, but you know, things happen and it is what it is. Now, it was slightly blue skies coming out. So today, I think we're going to prep areas because it's pretty freezing. We can't do any concreting. Tomorrow is looking really good, Thursday. So we've got the weekend as well. We've both worked the weekend, so it's not too bad. So we're going to get stone in this area ready for porcelain, because the porcelain's going there. We're going to make sure this is all fully prepped, ready for getting our blocks in tomorrow. The resin looks absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, I mean, just look at it. It just looks absolutely insanely good. So there's still a few things that we need to do this week. We need to get the rest of the blocks in on this side, blocks in there. So what we're going to do today is we're going to prep the grass area. The grass is coming on Friday. So I'm going to go to the builders merchant now and get some stone and some grit sand while Harry clears this area. So then we're going to prep that. We're going to cut that curving, get the steps ready for the resin, and then we're going to prep up the top. And then we're going to get that gravel in the areas that we need it, which is where all the soil is. And then if we need any more, at least I know and I can go and get it. And then, yeah, maybe get the grass in on the top, see how far we get. We're going to get muddy anyway, so, and wet, so, but it is properly bitterly cold. Harry, the mad guy, has chose shorts of all days. He's not wore shorts all year.
He's in a meeting, I can't get the door open.
You're joking. Properly cold, but yeah, don't know how the progress is going to go this week. I'm hoping that I've got a bit of a list, so the Red Robin will be pretty much very close. By next week, I'll be starting the garden room. So yeah, still a busy week. We've lost a couple of days. I'm not losing today because we can't afford to lose today. So we're just going to have to, in and out of the rain and the hailstone, we're just going to have to do what we can. So yeah, that's the plan for this week. I'm hoping it's going to be a good video for you all, because like I say, the weather is the weather and it cannot be helped. We had such great weather last week. I can't believe it's gone this cold again. So yeah, off to the builders merchant and yeah, get some stone and get some grit sand and we'll get going. Hello. Well, it's literally snowing out here now, as you can see. You might be able to see it. I don't know whether you will. Yeah, you can definitely see it. Unbelievably different from last week. I mean, I don't know how it can be beautiful sunshine and then literal snow. Anyway, I've come back from Easy Lawn with the grit sand for this top section. So I've obviously laid it all out in little sections. That needs then raking out. I'm not going to rake it out because once it's raked out, it gets soaked. If it's in little bunches like that, it's going to get less soaked, because obviously it's pissing down. We've got half a ton of stone, and then we've got the turf in the back. Now, our plan for today is, because it's just so horrible, is work until we're covered in mud, which is get the turf in basically. So I'll show you what we're doing around here. I'll try and get a time lapse of it of us putting the turf in, but realistically I'm not going to be much filming today. So what we're trying to do now is prep this area. To be fair, that's come out pretty good. That was covered in water, and we can't really go over that because we don't want it to be underneath the porcelain, because the porcelain path here. So we need to get the stone up here using that ramp into this section, get it whacked, and then get the rest of that out, and then get the turf in, and then once that turf's in, that's it, we're going home. So yeah, a little bit to do, but nothing too bad, and hopefully this snow will do one, because it's not ideal, is it?
How long time on this ramp?
I know, who's going up that ramp? You? I reckon you, because you're lighter. Think me and a barrow of stone. It's got to be about 30 stone.
Half hour. Blue skies aren't in there.
Literally blue skies, I know. Right, so we prepped all this stone area. That's for the pathway in front of the garden room. Now for this bit, absolutely horrendous job to be doing in the pissing down rain, but the great thing about it is we're going home after this, because we're just going to be covered head to toe in mud. So we just need to move. I've left this bit of a stockpile here just to go in front of where that path is. So we're going to do that now, and then it's already prepped, it's already raked out, so it's literally we just need to lay it, and then we are done. So yeah, that's what we're going to do now. Well, I hope you can see me, because the GoPro has been absolutely soaked. As you can see, we have grass. Go from this side, because of the sun. We've got grass. As you can see though, I have left that side just off a touch, because I've got to lay porcelain in there. So I've just given myself a little bit of room, get the porcelain in, and then I'll put that row in. I've left myself enough soil there. I've cleaned up all this because it just got absolutely filthy. They're going to get cleaned again at the end, but yeah, I've just cleaned them up, cleaned the wall as well from where we were doing. And that's it for the day. I'm covered, absolutely covered. My coat is covered. Harry looks extremely muddy. Just waiting for him to lock them up. Yeah.
Oh, he washed himself a bit as well.
Yeah. That's the.
Body washed himself down as well once.
That's the thumbnail, that. So yeah, that's it. Just need a bush out here to brush that stone up, and that's it. Hello. Well, if you'd have told me yesterday that it was going to be absolutely blistering sunshine today and a beautiful day, I'd have said, bugger off, mate, you're lying. But here we are. You couldn't make this weather up. Like, it was absolutely, it's like summer last week. Every shorts and t-shirt were out. Beer gardens were back open. And now we're back to this. It doesn't make any sense. March for you. No, we've still got April to do. April showers. Hopefully, fingers crossed, April's pretty nice. We're getting closer to summer, you know. And it is as a landscaper, it is what it is. You know, we constantly get the weather. You know, it's one of them. It's one of them. I'm very much used to it by now. So today I'm on my own, and I've got a lot planned. Right, so if you see what I've done, if you remember, there's two massive cracks, one there and one there. So I need to just take that curve in a little bit more. So I followed the line, and I followed that line all the way around to this point here where it gets back on track. So I'm going to draw my line now all the way around this, and then it's thin in places. See, I've missed that curve out now. There was cracked, sorry. And then we're back in. So I'll move all them blocks now, get that cut, and then I need to sort out that manhole and then get these blocks in all the way around. Right, so I have got that curve all nicely cut, and as you can see, there's no cracks anywhere. They've come off, and I actually think that's a bit of a nicer curve, to be honest. Like, just taking it in, like, you're talking 20 mil, but it really does look. It looks amazing. Like, having curves, although it's tricky, and you know there's a lot of courts, and I just think they look so much better. Like, yeah, just having, you know, it's a bit of character. You know, it just adds so much character to the garden by having a curved path to there. Like, you imagine if it was just straight, it would just, yeah, I just prefer it, and it's the reason why I've put it in. You know, there's a lot of people out there, but no, forget curves, you want everything square. Like, but it's a bit of extra work for so much more. You know, it's a lot of effort, but the end result is insane. It's incredible, and yeah, that's what we do. You know, we're not here to just do your bog standard garden. We're here to transform and create something beautiful, which is what we're exactly doing on this job. Right then, I'm actually gonna send the drone up just so I can see that this curve is actually, you know, we like it, and from above, the only way to see it is now with my new drone. So I'm going to send the drone up, have a look what it looks like from the top, and then at least we'll have a before and after exactly, you know, and be able to see exactly what it looks like when the path is in. So yeah, the drone is on, as you can see. Probably just about to see yourself, I don't know whether you can. So yeah, I'm gonna take it off, and then yeah,
home point updated.
Here we go.
Take off. Home point updated.
There it is. So I've made myself a nice little bit of, just cut out of timber, out of one of the planks, a screeding board. Now, you can see it, I've cut 2 little notches out of it, and basically, that's the same width as what the block is, and so is that, so that I can put my mortar bed all the way along, put my mortar bed all the way along here, and then this part here, this face, goes on the tile. So in theory, all I've got to do is go round like that and screed the concrete bed, and then it's at the right height and it's at the right distance on this side here to then put the blocks on. So fingers crossed it works. I've still got to move some of this stone, a lot of it is in the way, but I think it's going to work. Well, it actually works. I will show you my little device. So you can see I've already screeded some out. So it literally is as simple as this. That bit goes on there, that bit, you put your mortar out and you put your mortar out there, and then that bit is at the right height to just go through. So just drag it through, and that's all you do. And then it's literally as simple as, and that means I can do both rows at the same time. So there's just a bit too much in here. I'll get rid of that. And then get my blocks. Primer, as always. Just to ensure that these blocks are absolutely going absolutely nowhere. And then I'm leaving a 5mm gap, the same as the rest. And then the reason why that is a certain height is so that I've got a little bit of knockdown, but not too much knockdown. So I'm not struggling to knock them down. And then I'm pretty much in. And then all I have to do to get the next one, which is here. Probably should have been more prepared. These blocks are going absolutely nowhere now. And then what I do is level in, just make sure they're, yeah, so it should be 97. Yep. Could come in a touch. And then that just gets knocked down. Exactly the same. Knocked down, level over the top. There's some stone in there. And that is absolutely bang on. I'll do a couple more so you can see it. So it's 2 big ones next, which are here. Big one and a big one. So primer up. Nice bit of primer. And then in. Oh, honestly, my genius is frightening. Oh no, that one in. And then knock this one first. Again, leaving the 5mm gap. That's brilliant. And then always measure. 97, perfection. Get the level over it. Perfect. And then on the insides, what we want to do is we just want to make sure that this probably too much. I'm going to have to do this on both sides, but I'm going to make a nice haunch. Again, it's too much. Too much there. Haunch on both sides. So what we've got is concrete, both sides, like that. And then it's just an absolute insurance that they're going nowhere because there's nothing holding them in. They're 100% going nowhere because it's up against the porcelain. Once that resin's all tied in nicely, it's just going to be, yeah, it ain't going to go nowhere. You know, a lot of people don't prime the blocks, say it's a waste of time, but I'd rather waste for time doing it this way than coming back in a couple of years when they've all popped up, and then I'm going to have to fix it, and it's going to be a nightmare. They ain't going anywhere with that primer on them. Nowhere. You can drive on them, and it's pedestrian anyway, so no one's ever going to be coming in here with any kind of considerable weight. So that's it. To the build laps. Got to get all this curve in. I don't know how far I'm going to get because I've got a mix. I'm out there at the front mixing as well from the van. So yeah, we'll see how far we get. I'm not sure what time it is. I don't even want to know because, yeah, I'll likely be here until it's dark. So yeah, to the build laps. Well, good morning. We're back on the job this morning. Not as early as I thought we were going to be because it's rained all morning and it's just soaked everywhere, you know, for our pleasure. But rest of the afternoon is saying it's going to be absolutely bob on. No rain, but just cloudy, which we can take. It is pretty cold. Harry's back today and we're finishing off this curve. I really want to just try and get as much of the concrete in this curve as we possibly can. This is going to go a lot quicker now because Harry's here. So I'm just going to be able to throw these in pretty quick now. So we've got to finish the curve off over there. Then the porcelain up on the top section. And then, like I said yesterday, all the cuts and all the front bits. So yeah, and the grass has arrived this morning, the artificial turf. So that'll be going in tomorrow. But yeah, we'll get there, we'll get there. Well, it's 6 PM on a Friday afternoon and we're pretty much done. Honestly, we've just left the absolute worst of the cuts to do all day and, well, at the end of the day, and we've got it done, but we haven't got the front done. There's too many cuts at the front to be able to get done today. So we're going to do that tomorrow. We are working tomorrow, which is good. Obviously you've seen this done. I'll put the drone footage on after this little segment so you can see what it looks like from above. And yeah, I'll show you the little corners that we've done. Finally done all them. So we haven't got a lot to do now on the Red Robin. We're so close. So that corner's in. That corner's in. That was an absolute nightmare. That is in. We've got a little bit of this front out, and obviously what slowed us down is getting all the wires in for the gate. And we can't go all the way to the end because there's going to be boxes in here. But unfortunately, it doesn't work to full block to the outside of this pillar. So I'm going to have to get cuts in all the way, and they're not the same. So it's the cuts at this side are 125, at that end they're 105. So it's just too much to get done now, unfortunately. I really don't want to start getting grinder out, cutting, putting lines in, doing all sorts. Yeah, I bought them before.
Oh, I thought it was a few.
No, bought 2 pairs before. So yeah, it's freezing, it's Friday, it's a late one, it's time to go home. So we'll see you in the morning. We don't know what the weather's doing for tomorrow, we haven't got a clue, so who knows. It says sunshine and showers. I can never say that right, sunshine and showers. So yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Peace. Good morning to you all. So we've got all this prepped again this morning because the beds were a little bit low. So we've come here and put some grit sand because we had some spare grit sand in the back of the van. So Harry's prepping the porcelain, got primer ready. We're going to throw this row in all the way up to here because that's the path in front of the garden room. We've got our mix which we made on Saturday, and it's still nice and soft for us. So yeah, we're going to get this row in. We're going to finish the blocks off at the front. So we'll jump straight into the build laps now and get started. Hello, so I'll give you a quick update of where we're actually up to. We've not really done much filming over the last couple of days because Monday, what did we do Monday? So the last thing that you would have seen was the pathway going in front of the garden room. That's all in now. And then the rest of the day on Monday, Harry got the rest of the blocks in at the front, except for where the boxes are going to go for the gates, because they have like a steel box and then the motor and everything goes inside that box and then we block up to it. Same on this side, all the cables in, all the cables in there so they can joint that, and then the cable goes over to where that is. Now, yeah, Monday we've got a new job starting on the 6th of April, so I had to take the day off, or half a day off, to sort of sort out a lot of the materials for that. That's all sorted now, so we're on for starting on the bank holiday Monday. And then Tuesday, yesterday, I went to get the Vuba Mac because we needed 5 more mixes for the path. But unfortunately, there was a major crash on the M60 yesterday, and I left at about midday. We didn't do any filming in the morning. I left at about midday, and there was a major crash, so I got absolutely hammered with traffic, and I didn't even make it back to site. So yeah, we're back this morning. I'll show you what Harry's been up to in the back. Started getting this gravel in, so you can start to see where we're up to now. So as you can see, all the gravel is obviously going in all of this area, so that's the plan today. Get all the gravel in, get that grass finished over on that top section, and then get this artificial turf in. Harry's prepped it best he can, so we've got all the battens in, batten on that side so we can screw into it. It just needs going higher at that end, which we're going to sort this morning. So yeah, we're going to get on the time lapses, get some filming done, and that's the update. So slow couple of days because I've not been on site myself, but yeah, we're still looking. We were going to do resin today, but the rain has decided it wants to come this afternoon, so I think we're going to get it done tomorrow instead because the sunshine tomorrow. So yeah, good day ahead. So yeah, we'll jump straight into a build laps now. We're doing something, we're either doing that or the gravel or whatever. So yeah, sweet. To the build laps. Hello and good morning to you all. What a beautiful day it is. Again. I'm just saying what a beautiful day it is. Absolutely gorgeous. So, you know what that means. It only means one thing. Resin in the pathway. So we've waited for it to dry a little bit this morning. We got here early-ish. We've cleaned up the mixer as best as we could because that needed doing ASAP. So yeah, mixer's all nice and clean. Well, not these bits, we took that off. Got the drum clean, that's all ready. And yeah, we've got our Vuba Mac mixes and then the Vuba top like we've already shown. But I'm going to do a different one today. So instead of a time lapse, I'm going to put the head cam on, and I'll put the head cam on Harry as he's making a few mixes. I'll put the head cam on me as I'm going in and out, raking it, just giving you a bit of a different view of what it's going to look like.
Nice big catch.
Well, I'll let you get rid of that one.
Yeah. Nice one, mate. Big litter box.
thumbnail.
I nearly grabbed that.
Right, head cam. I don't know where Harry is. I think he's gone to the loo. So I'm going to start putting the Vuba Mac base in. So 4 bags of that, and then 1 bag of the small little maxi bags. So yeah, I will start getting her in. So see this little thing on top here? That just acts as a bit of a pull it in. He's here. I literally said I was starting because I don't know where the hell you've gone. I said he's probably having a piss. Right, here you go, boy. Here you go.
YouTube wanker! Now we do that in case I lose track of my mixes. You can't have any bags running it. Oh, he set me up and everything, what a lad. He set me up, the lad. Where is he? Are you ready? You all prepped? We happy? Yeah? That's it. I'm scared of this coming off in the resin. That definitely stays. You're good. You heard it. If it comes off, it wasn't my fault. Do you know what? Let me do this over here just to make sure. There's the question. Where's my scraper? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Good boy. Oh, I've not got gloves on. Not even got my belt on, brother. That's how good I am. I don't even need gloves anymore. We definitely need gloves to clarify. Most definitely. We've done it, none on me. Ah, we need to pull this forward on the next one because of where it is on the curb. Right, let's go. What? But yeah, we will move it next time. Ten seconds. Oh. I don't know why he's running like that, I'm not sure. The what? Not touched it? Oh, that's well better. Oh, you actually put it on. Yeah, as you can tell, I don't use that. Always shut that before you go, or you can have a bad day.
I'll take it from there, so.
Yeah, before I throw the next mix on, I think we just need to move one of the blades down.
Do we?
Yeah, it's just not getting the very edge. It's a bit it's that powdery again.
Right. Okay, do that. Let me have the.
You having that?
We'll do another one of the main mix after. Still on.
Echo.
I can edit some echo in it. Right, back to me. Probably get a little bit more talking. The thing with Harry is, he never shuts up. Put a camera on him and he's quiet. It doesn't make any sense. Whereas I never shut up. So, yeah, I don't mind. As you can see, beautiful day. The sun's not quite got on this area yet, but we were waiting on the stone. But like I said in the video previous, it's moisture tolerant, this, so it's a whole new blend. You get different varieties now. So back in the day, you would only get one type of resin, which was just for all purpose. Now you get winter, you get spring, you get summer, and you get autumn, and you get back to winter. So we're still on the winter. So it's very moisture tolerant. It deals with lower temperatures far better. Doesn't go off as quick. In the summer, when we're using the summer stuff, you'll see that at some point, this Rubin mat goes off almost immediately. Like, you can literally lay that whole drive and within an hour you can start on the top, on the base. Like, not that we'd be able to lay that much in an hour, but you could, in theory, you could do that. Look at that, beautiful resin. I quite like that colour, mate.
I do.
I've changed the angle on the head cam because I've watched that video back and it was a bit crap. So hopefully you can see this a little bit better and it's not facing down to my stomach as much. Yeah. Do this now. So it's a bit thicker here, by the looks of it. I'm so glad I've got that stone in, because it's made it a lot easier than having soil all around it, wet soil, wet mud, just asking for trouble. So I'm glad I've got all that gravel in, because it just makes the job a lot easier, because I can come on here now and not get covered in mud. It's not what you want, really. Yeah, it's going pretty far, this, which I'm glad about. I knew this wouldn't take long anyway, but you never know until that first mix is in. It's one of them. So hopefully now you can get a better view, because that view was a bit crap. So while I'm troweling this as well, obviously I'm holding the trowel back so there's a little bit of a gap underneath. So if I pull it back, you can see I've left a gap, because if you didn't do that and you pulled it flat, it does that. Okay, so that's the whole reason why you leave it a little bit angled, and then back angled it the other way. It's a bit of a fine art, to be honest. You get used to it, because, well, you get used to it pretty quick, because obviously you're doing a lot of it, and I've trialled a lot of things over the years, so it's no biggie. Just a little bit low there. Well, it's all sparkly and it's dry, which is amazing. So we're just gonna crack straight on now and get this top layer in. So we're gonna go back to the head mount, because I wanna see me smoothing it off a little bit better, and we'll get Harry back on the head mount, much to his delight. Ooh, he hates it, absolutely hates it. What we've been doing though is I've cut this porcelain in. We're getting the trims in now for the resin to go up to. Now this is the step resin, so it's a different colour slightly. And then obviously the grass comes up to this point. So up at this step is grass, and then that side porcelain. So yeah, we've been doing quite a bit off camera. We've just been waiting for this all to dry and that, just so that it's, you know, it's easier to clean once it's dry. So yeah, But I reckon about, sorry, this is terrible filming. I reckon about 3.5 mixes. That took 5. So, I mean, look at it now from here. Look at how, look at that, mate. I mean, it's going to look unbelievable. Like in an hour, it's just going to look unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Right, so I'm going to give you over to Harry on the head cam. We've started the mix. I've put the mixes into... You already know the ratios of the mixes anyway because of the last video. But if you're new, we've got 2 Nero marble, 2 bags of that. Then we've got Athena quartz. And then we've got Paloma marble. And then we put in the resin, which is the moisture tolerant, which I was telling you all about before. And then we've got the binding quartz, which is the sand. Just have a look at that tub there. Moisture tolerant. Buzzing. Put that on your head. Son. Harry loves this. Thumbnail.
Fucking hat on as well. Messing me up, you fucker. You happy?
Not that you're going to speak, but...
Not a chance. Is me, what clock set? That's not isn't it? Sick. Big crashes incoming. Where do you want? No, don't do that. Fucker. Ish. No, stop, okay. Don't start time up. Being a nice lad and doing it close for me. Oh no, just bring it close. Just bringing it close. Yeah. This is the one that always gets all over me. It stains me for weeks. Hence the long sleeve top when it's frigging boiling. Ooh, she's thick. Just tapping for days, sending me quartz in for me. We'll get the rest of that out, don't worry. Yeah.
No way.
It's a bit stiff that. Alright, on my hand.
So back on the Alex cam. That's 2 right hands. There we go. Got to be kind of careful with this now because I don't want to go on the resin that we've just laid because it's still sticky and we can go over it because it's hard, but I don't want to drag it over that resin because, yeah, for obvious reasons. So I'm going to be very precise going over these blocks. I'll get to here and then I'll pour it in. So nice and easy like that. I think this stuff will go very far indeed. Get that bit in. Barely see. I'll get that bit in for now. My foot was all stuck to it then. So a bit of WD-40, stop it sticking. This moisture tolerant stuff, it's extremely sticky and it really sticks, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Bad for troweling, great for what we want to use it for, because that's the whole purpose of it. So always neaten the edge first with this stuff. Get a neat edge. No, trowel it. So what's important now is when I've started on the new mix, where the blend is, you've got to really concentrate on getting that blend right, because if you don't, you'll see it. So it's very important to cast your eye and make sure where it ended here to the new stuff, to the old stuff blends in, because you don't want to be able to see that blend. So I always take it back all the way as far as I can get, a few times over, nice and gentle, bring it through. Let's get it in. What I'm trying to do with the final pass is just get the trowel mark out, because where the blend is, sometimes you'll get a very, very slight, see how that's not properly in, so it's just very light and just smoothing it. This is literally just a smooth, and you can actually, as you do this, feel slight imperfections in it. It's very light, whereas when I'm actually troweling this stuff in, it's more of a pressure, you know, there's more pressure that goes into it. So like this one now, I've got a lot of weight over the top of that trowel, and then bring it back nice and easy. Bit of weight, tidy that edge, and then it is quite therapeutic, but it does get boring after a while because it's hard. It's hard on your hands. But the balls, all this hurts. It doesn't hurt as much now, but when we did it the other day, it took me a few days to recover. So then, nice and smooth over the top, and all again, just getting them deviations out, making sure that it is flat. And what I like to do as well is just to make sure it is flat and smooth, a little bit of WD-40 just really makes it smooth, like it glides over and then straight out. So put the trowel on, nice and easy. See, I won't cut that bit out because shit happens, you can always fix it. I'm going over very light, I've got two arms but I don't need, basically, and then just straight off. Well, there we have it. The camera ran out right at the very end, so I apologise for that. I'll show you now. I just didn't even have time. I heard it go, and that was it. But as you can see, it looks absolutely stunning, as we knew it would. And it's just incredible how it's really come together now. Like, yeah, proper. That's it. We're gonna go now to the unit, get rid of all the tools. We'll be back tomorrow for some more. I mean, we're so close now. Like by Saturday, we're gonna be pretty much done. So, yeah, see you in the morning. Good morning to you all. Not that it is morning when you're probably watching this. I don't know why I say it every time to you, but good morning. This morning it's Bank Holiday Friday for a start, so no one's in work except for me, Harry and Richard. Richard's here dropping off the stone, which is this decorative gravel. That's going in over on this side because obviously we need it. The path looks absolutely stunning. That got a little bit wet overnight, but it was dry enough that by the time the rain came, that it had already started to stick. So it's fine, it's absolutely fine. Can stand on it, all good. So basically what we're doing is cleaning up this area, getting rid of all the tools that we need, because we've got a new job starting on Monday for 5 days. So that's all we're gonna need to sort that out. Put the gravel in at the back, in here. Put the gravel in this bit. Cut the grass out. Harry's just moved all them clips. We put the trims in, as you can see, and then we're cleaning up this front bit. So, yeah, we're gonna jet wash all this front, and then, but we need this. I know. You should have said I phoned you. I phoned you and we went Mackey's. And we got a coffee.
Don't worry about it.
So I looked on the thing and I said, he's late.
I've never
You were 10 minutes late. It said 8:37.
Did it? Yeah, it's traffic at White.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it.
No,
And you've got to dodgy traffic because people's not working.
big wagon as well.
Yeah, it's only a bit of it.
What? No, I'd be right, that. It's a silt trap, that, isn't it?
That's what I believe.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying.
So that's it. On the Red Robin project, weeks 10 and 11 are complete. We've compiled the 2 weeks into one video. And yeah, we've got as far as we possibly could before our next project starts on the 6th of April. And I'll show you our little bit of a progress of where we're actually up to. So obviously the resin is done. We've cleaned up everywhere. Let me go up here so that we can see everything. So yeah, there's not much to do now. Obviously, garden room project when we get back. We wanted to get that pergola up as much as we could anyway, but unfortunately, we've not been able to. So the only thing that's left is pergola, which is going up here. We need to grout the tiles, grout the steps. All this is done. We need to do a bit of more of a deep clean. We need to put some chicken wire, which is not the easiest of jobs, but we need to fence off this area in here. So yeah, that needs doing. Fences need cleaning down. As you can see, the customers have put the barbecue in. It just looks unbelievable. There's a little bits of tidying up to do. Obviously, that needs cutting in a little bit, but it looks absolutely unbelievable. It really does. Obviously, we need to put some more stone in here. As I say, clean the fences. But yeah, we're pretty much pretty much complete in here. So that's what's left in the back. Onto the front, the customer's parking the car on. The grass needs pinning down properly. We've not pinned it down yet because the resin steps need to be done, and I'm going to cut the grass into the resin steps. So that's why that's not been done. We need to grout that area. Then we need to, oh, we've got a nice little friend. Hello. No, doesn't want it. As I've said, the boxes need to go in here. Customer's got the measurements of the gates now, so they can be on order. The plants will be on order while we're away for a week. So like I say, we need to clean down this wall. As you can see, all the salts are coming out of it. So really good clean on that. Really good clean on the front. That's the resin for the steps. We've cleaned out here, so when obviously the customer is driving in and out. This is all getting redone. A lot of this was already taken out. Believe it or not, when the guys came and did the water for the builders, they knocked a lot of it off. So, and it's just, with us being here and the builder, it's just got worse and worse. So all this is getting re-tarmacked, so don't worry about that. So yeah, a quick walk around and we're pretty much done. There's not much to do at all. So when we come back, the pergola's going to be put up first. Then I'm going to start on the garden room, and in between the garden room project, Harry is going to be doing a little job. So he's going to be in there doing that fence. He's going to be grouting, jet washing, then grouting everything. And then in between, once we get a good day, I'll do the step. And then Harry, again, clean up. So we'll do the first week, I would say, of the garden room project will be a bit of both, Red Robin and garden room project. And then, yeah, that's it. I mean, we're going now to the quartz project, which is only a 5-day job for a lovely couple that are very excited for us to start. So yeah, that video will be out in 2 weeks from the day that this is posted. So next week's video is going to be a video for the concrete fibre. I went up and did a lot of filming on the drone and stuff, and spoke to Alex there, who is like the owner of the company. So yeah, that's an interesting video for you all next week while we're not on the Red Robin. So yeah, that's it. We're all done. I really appreciate you watching along on the Red Robin. We're very close. We're 95% done. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. So don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Red Robin Project, weeks 10 and 11. Thank you very much. See you later.